Hey, welcome to Rob's World TV. This video is about the double standard in America when it comes to the legal system. Okay? There is a double standard between the common people, which is most of us, right? And those who are celebrities, rich, politicians, or basically the powerful. These celebrities, the rich, the politicians, and those with power, when they commit a crime and that common person commits a crime, with rare exception, these celebrity types, these rich types will get off. They will have community service. They will have a much lighter sentence. It is a rare day that a celebrity or a politician serves jail, and if they do serve and go to prison, it's usually not long and for not many years. Okay, they must have really done something bad that will sentence them to a prison sentence, and one for a significant amount of time. But when a common person commits a crime, they go to jail for decades. Okay, how many times have we seen, for example, celebrities in trouble and then they don't serve jail time or minimal, and then some common person does the same exact crime and they get sentenced for decades? Okay, I remember reading about some celebrity or something that basically he had a huge amount of drugs on him, okay, and the prosecution or whatever, they reduced the charges to a much lesser degree, because if they did not reduce those charges in New York, there's a mandatory sentence that this celebrity person would have had. Again, I forgot the name, but basically the celebrity person, they got the charges reduced, even though they shouldn't have been reduced, because by the evidence there was enough drugs there that the harder law should have applied. So the sentence got reduced, and basically they didn't serve any jail. I think it was like community service or something. But if a common person did the same exact crime, the charges would not have been reduced, and they would have been in jail for decades under some mandatory laws. Okay, a lot of these celebrities have drug problems. Okay, and it all just they just basically get away with it. You know, you look at someone like Lindsay Lohan. If a common person did the same exact stuff she did, that common person would have been serving jail in quite a significant amount. But Lindsay Lohan, just days, house arrest, or some BS like that, right? But she's just a minor example of what's going on. Basically, these celebrities, these politicians, as I said, the rich or those with power, they get away with it for the most part, with rare exceptions, as I said, unless they do something really, really bad. And common people, you get stuck with it. And this double standard is something that keeps going on time after time after time after time. We hear about it all the time, and yet there's never really a focus on it. There's never really talk on this in the mainstream media, or just in general. And that's why I was thinking about it recently, and that's why I'm sharing these thoughts on this video with you. And it's not cool, this double standard, and yet it exists, and that's the point I want to tell you. It exists. Because now when you're out there and you hear stories about celebrities or politicians getting away with a crime, when you see whatever sentence they get, maybe you should think about, you know, if they were a common person, what would they get? Would their life sentence actually happen, or would they be serving a long time in prison? And also, about this topic, is this double standard happens all the time. I believe personally that there was a pretty good show on TV, it still might be on, it's called Defenders on CBS. It shows you, as an example, how both sides, the prosecution, the defense, all of these lawyers, they know each other. It's like the WWE, it's like wrestling. Wrestlers all know each other, they pretend to hate each other, and that there's good and bad, right? But both sides of lawyers know each other. If anyone have noticed that the defense, the prosecution, they know each other, they cut deals on the side. And one episode of Defenders I liked was the prosecutor was this woman, right? And she knew that the client on the defense was 100% innocent of the crime, that totally innocent, and yet she went full on to get a conviction for him. And the defenders, they were able to mount a defense and get the guy off because he was innocent. And he confronted the woman and said basically, why did you do that? You knew he was innocent. You knew it. And yet you went full on to try to get a conviction on this guy, even though you know he was innocent. And I think basically that's part of the problem in the system, is ego. 100% ego. There's a lot of ego in the lawyer business, and that if you're on the case as a lawyer, you want to get that conviction. You don't give a damn if they're innocent, because deep down you want to win the case. Because if you lose that case, then your reputation suffers, and you can't have your reputation and your ego suffer by not getting a conviction. Because if you're on that case and you're on that team, you want the conviction as a prosecutor. You want someone held accountable, and you want someone to go to jail. You want someone to say that you won. You won. And that's really a problem of this court system, and that is ego. Because if you're on the offense, if you're on the prosecution, you want someone convicted. Because if you lose that case, your ego, your reputation is severely affected, and that's why you always want to win, 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 win. To hell with the matter of fact that, you know, there's doubt if the person's guilty because, or innocent, because you know what? Maybe that person is innocent. But you can't stand to lose a case. You can't stand to lose. And if you're on the defense, it's the same ego that's the problem. Because if you're on the defense, you want to win for your client. You want to win and get them off. You want to win and make sure that they don't serve prison sentences or a long time. You want to win, win, win. Because if you lose on the defense, your ego and your reputation are held accountable. You can't stand to lose a case after case after case after case. That's really going to affect your ego, that's going to affect your reputation, that's going to affect your economy. So if you're the defense, you want to win every time, and if the offense, the prosecution, you want to win all the time. It's a battle of ego, the court system, when you think about it. It's a battle of willpower, of either side now wanting to lose, and justice, truth, that's sacrificed on the table. And I guess the final point of this video is that when it comes to the court system, there is a double standard, and that the real truth of the matter and what really happened, that's just a sacrifice, that either side really don't care about it because either side really wants to win. And that both sides, the prosecution and the defense, that they milk their clients or the system of big bucks. And that's what it's about, making those big bucks and winning. And at the end of the day, it's the lawyers who win for their clients. And going back to what I said at the beginning about the celebrities, the politicians, the rich or the powerful, when you have big bucks, you could afford the best defense, and that defense will get you off. But if you don't have those big bucks, or you can't afford a great defense, then you know that double standard of who's going to be serving time and who's not. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.